It's been 100 sessions and you have saved the world. Welcome to the campaign debrief. Players, is there anything you want to say to each other? You didn't notice my character was working for the big baddie all along.
I were talking to demons every night while you was sleeping.
No, none of you did discover my character's been a ghost for the last 50 sessions. Okay, folks, okay. So congratulations, I suppose, on your subtlety. But don't you think the story we could have told at the table would have been much more fun if these revelations had come out during play? Hey, GMs. If this happens, yes, you can blame your players, but you have the power to set up scenarios where the truth will out, and your games will be much better for it. Let's look at how to drop bombshells on your players' behalf, how to snitch on them without treading on their toes, but to take the stories at your tables to new and dramatic places. Undiscovered secrets may as well not exist. There's nothing to be gained by a character having a secret that doesn't come out sooner or later. My admittedly unscientific research shows that it's very likely that your players want to share their character's secrets, and when they come to light, everyone wins. Your players get to share more of their characters, and the story gets yet more intricate. Revealing character secrets, as long as it's done well, can have some major benefits. Sharing information about them is one of the key ways for characters to grow. They become three-dimensional and more interesting to everyone. This can lead to changes in party dynamics. These might be positive, they might be negative, but both lead to character growth. Whatever happens, the connection between the characters will be much deeper than it would have been otherwise. To put this into action, the first thing we need is, this one's a shocker, characters with secrets. Here's some quick tips on making them. Number 1, you can come up with secrets whenever you like. Mid-campaign? No problem. No one else has to know these secrets didn't always exist. Number 2, if you're going to go to the effort of making secrets, they might as well be big. Instead of, I prefer displacer beasts to owlbears, how about, I'm the reason the stars fell? Number 3, anything on their character sheet can be a secret. Do they know a forbidden language? Have they disguised their true species from the rest of the party? Are they actually super high level and have to play weak in order to fit in? With all this tasty gossip at our fingertips, what can we do as GMs in order to stir things up a little? There's a good chance your players are looking for opportunities to share the secrets themselves. Don't share if you know they're building towards something, but feel free to help things along. Anyone and anything in the game world could be that little snitch that exposes a character. Maybe the character talks in their sleep, or confronts an object that has way more meaning to them than the rest of the party would expect. One that I particularly like is negation, where you as GM prove that something that they've said in the past is a lie. An old faithful technique is to have someone from the character's past pay them a visit. You could have them blackmail a player character to keep quiet, or just have them blurt out something momentous, completely unawares. Omniscient oracles and gods are always convenient, and we'll see in a bit how I use an oracle at my table. When it comes to that all-important moment, I like the two extremes. Firstly, the casual little offhand remark. An NPC saying to a character, "Oh, hello son," can have way more impact than that sort of casual delivery might suggest. Second, the big reveal. If you've been hinting at something for a while, ramp up the tension and drama in any way that you can. Lean into it and really work on the anticipation, and it'll make that big moment all the sweeter. Whichever you choose, then you get to sit back and watch the sparks fly. We keep secrets because we fear the consequences. Sharing something which casts a character in a negative light makes them vulnerable. If your players are like mine, playing sweet but flawed characters, they'll immediately rally around the character who's had their secret revealed, forming even closer bonds together. But in other circumstances, this could lead to rifts within the party. Resentment could fester between characters for a while. The accusation, "Well, why didn't you just tell us?" from other party members is a completely valid one. Or it could be a character simply says, "No, I can't trust you anymore. We can't adventure together." Which is certainly dramatic, but it might not be in the way you as GM intended. So with that in mind, allow me to play the devil on your shoulder. Just go for it. It's better to ask forgiveness than permission. But don't just blurt it out. Reveal it when the time's right through narrative and dialogue, and then revel in the unique story it creates. Big reveals are great. My most recent and one of my most memorable was a couple of weeks ago in my D&D campaign. My friend Anna is playing Nora Studkin, a recent addition to the party. She's cool, she's stylish, she's also a warlock who's never met her patron but's only felt their influence. I'd set up for a star elf NPC called Cassiopeia, Lady of 1,000 Faces, who exists outside of time to have a run-in with the party. She divulged details of some of the other characters' pasts, but nothing which they hadn't shared in at least some way with the rest of the party before. Lastly, Cassiopeia turned her attention to Nora. She smiled a sweet smile while saying, "You can be more than you've been in the past. You've been lying and cheating. Yes, you've been surviving, but you should be better. You're strong enough. You should be helping people." Nora replied, saying, "You don't control me. You don't get to tell me what to do." Then the elf's face momentarily twisted, and a new voice could be heard.
"No, but I do."
Nora knew immediately that this was her patron reaching through, and the party, they knew this to be Mortadrax, the big bad evil guy of the whole campaign. The group then had some downtime where they could deal with the fallout from that situation, and I sat back and enjoyed some of the best roleplay I've ever seen. In Anna's own words, "It honestly felt amazing. You said enough for me to take over agency. I think in different circumstances that could have been different, but it was about my character primarily, not about the patron, and I think that makes all the difference, because I was able to react, but also to act. I designed my character to be the manipulator and a liar, and I was ready for the mistrust in the party. I was excited for the shift in the group dynamic because it would force Nora to view things from a different lens. I built the character in need to change, and that reveal helped me take that step for her development. The advice here goes under the heading of Advanced Dungeon Mastery. I wouldn't attempt this in a one-shot or a group with people who are maybe less keen on role-playing, and even with groups I've played with for a while, I'm still very conscious that it's possible to get things wrong. Having said that, every time I've moved a character's secret out into the open, it's progressed the story in new and unpredictable ways, making a richer, more dynamic world for us all to play in. With all these deep characters at your disposal, you'll have plenty of ammunition to give them some tough choices. Put their loyalty to their fellow adventurers to the test. Give them some horrible choices with no good outcome. And like when you share the character's secrets, your players will thank you for it.